In this case series of three cases which I had done on one particular day, that is yesterday, these are three mature cataracts, all in different forms of intumescence, and I just want to show how I went about handling these cases on their merits. So here's case number one. This is a pretty regular mature cataract. I don't think this intumescence is any need for worry. And so I go ahead and make a regular rhexis with my cystitome, a large enough rhexis to perform my phaco. Just have to be a little careful that you don't migrate into the zonular area. You just have to control the rhexis a little bit. But by and large, pretty simple. And there, that's done. Just do my hydrodissection. It's almost prolapsed out of the bag. Push it back, deposit it back in the bag, and do direct vertical chops. And go ahead and eat up the segments. And mind you, the cataract itself is quite soft. But I was lucky, it was hard enough to be chopped. And in this particular case, I have injected a 3-piece hydrophobic lens. Now come to case number 2. This is definitely intumescent. However, there is not much egress of cortical material. So I go ahead, but then realize I'm not able to do it with my cystitome. So take a Euthyrata forceps. I know now that if I'm not too careful, this can just turn into a flag sign. So with the Euthyrata, control it and do a fairly large enough rhexis for at least my phaco. So I go ahead and the same routine direct vertical chops. These nuclei are so soft, I don't need any sharp chopper. Just my Sinski hook is more than enough. And I have injected a single piece lens, and now since this rhexis is so small, I now scallop this border over the IOL. This is a very safe procedure. I did one, then I have done another scallop, and that's the third scallop. And you get a pretty nice large rhexis overlapping just the periphery of the lens. Now the third case is pretty intumescent. There is egress, and I know this will run away. So I opt for a double rhexis. So I am doing a very small 2 mm rhexis initially with my cystitome. I then take my Simcoe cannula and start aspirating the cortex, especially at the equator. I want to break that equatorial block. So although I have done it from multiple areas, I am finding it difficult to rotate this or budge this nucleus. So I keep persisting, and my end point would be only when I can rotate or nudge this nucleus all around with my Simcoe cannula. So you can see I'm going and I'm trying to break all these equatorial blocks, and I go ahead now, make a tangential cut at the rhexis edge with my micro scissors, and with my Euthyrata fashion a large rhexis. Pretty safe to do it now. So this is nothing but a double rhexis. Very safe procedure, and you can see the nucleus is rotating well. It's very soft, so I opt for a stop and chop technique. rotating it around, and there's my other crack. Now I got two heminuclei, although they are unequal in size. Revert to some direct chopping, and that's a stop and chop, you can say, horizontal chop, and remove all the segments. So in a nutshell, I just put in these three cases that I did the other day. In these post-pandemic, these COVID times, we are seeing more and more of these cases because of the lockdowns that are happening. And luckily, we just have to, get up our skills and manage these cases. Thank you for watching. I hope